a touchback. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A carry for the fullback. This is Mike Burton. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Off the play fake, Cousins. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to the ground with Gibson. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Cousins. Oh, into a sea of defenders, and intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover and the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. This defense for the Commanders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They catch and run, good for 24 yards.
It's a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A first carry here for Commaders. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2? He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll run with Gibson. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find... enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll drop to throw. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Vikings are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Touchdown, Washington! Antonio Gibson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken the lead. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
Commanders 10, Vikings 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to the ground, this time Cook. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield. And that throw, that was a thing to behold there. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. First down, here's the run with Cook. He will push his way down to about the 14. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are once again back in front. Joseph connects on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They just got to find a way to get it done.
He's got him in, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Cousins now. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys have now moved out in front. Oh, this is blocked. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he's all the way into the end zone. And so much for losing the lead with the 2 points there. This game's back to even. That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year, the blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, he's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, Cousins. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. A give running right, Gibson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, right back to Gibson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Gibson again. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 116 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They'll run with Gibson. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away from that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And this one's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd and 11. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
19 tight, 19 tight.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Let's go.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Handoff right side to Wangu. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
Joseph's got it, and they have regained the lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead. No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Here's Gibson on the read option. And he loses the football a 2nd time. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. Now, I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Cousins to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Robert Tonyan from 6 yards away. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Commanders 23, Vikings 19.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. And here's Ryan Wright now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action. Cousins. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. Complete. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to The offense on third down tonight? They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Cousins. He's going to take another shot here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fool them with the inside run.
Yeah, he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
Granted, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second and 5. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Good sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he's able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we're watching him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Getting the ball is Cook, running left to the 27-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Cowboy 80. Go.
On second down, it's Cook again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything running with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Once more, Gibson. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here's Cousins. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Completes this to Jefferson. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Ready?
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
On the set.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Commanders,
it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, it's the 49ers rocket arm quarterback. He's coming up.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback. Now a play fake here on first down.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, 49ers.
Jerry Jeudy.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
Rig alert, rig alert. 18 rattler.
Willis looking to throw on first down.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 75 yards.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down when they're that backed up. You've got to be careful going after them.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. But look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Seattle. 66 yards. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They'll try to run with Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And this time he is in. Najee Harris with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And we are tied at 7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. He's got room at the 30. A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bumped-up wide receivers, and they're a full part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays, as we just saw there.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for loss, Charles, really in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And out now come the Seahawks. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. Right. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
First down, and they go back to Harris. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier to shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Second down, here's an option right. They pitch it to Harris. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he'll get this up to the 25.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Yeah, that one.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the... So that challenge is successful one. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Second and 11. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And some room to work. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3-yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
They'll run with Davis Price. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 4. And this is going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
So, Charles, you know, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere, the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
On 3rd down, it's Willis.
And this is going to be intercepted. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now McManus for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Willis to try again after the pick 6.
Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin in the AFC South in Nashville. Tennessee hosting Jack.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for first down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And that's the big fellas that know right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Just his second catch of the game. Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
Now Willis on 3rd down.
Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Seahawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. An extra point up and good by Garibay.
And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
That's caught left side by Judy. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Gets around him. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
He's going to keep this again.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
Let's go now.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
To the air on first down, here's Willis. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Willis. He's got this to Pickens.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter.
Now a give. Running left is Harris.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
On 2nd and 9. Willis. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The ball was tipped and fell incomplete, but it was tipped up in the air, so the guys on defense, they had to feel like that was a big opportunity, and it was missed. They needed a play to help turn things around a little bit. Ball's in the air. Can they rally to it and get it? On that play, they weren't able to. They'll take the ball batted away, but boy, they missed a big chance there.
They go with the option on 4th down, left side. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Well, a read option, the end result, the first down, so a good read.
And the way teams are running it nowadays, they've added variety to it. You know, the original way was you read the defensive end. If he crashes down, you pull it and you go. Now they may not even block that person, may end up reading the linebacker, may read the cornerback. Just depends on how they want to block it up. In any case, this worked well for them.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. The 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Garibay on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-point drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now back to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Seahawks are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Looking to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. They'll drop to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way. What else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
That one looks like he'll throw here. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
George Pickens
from 21 yards away.
And the Seahawks have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll set up to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. He'll buy some time right.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Right back to the air again with Willis. That's going to be caught by Pickens.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.